my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we gon' hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life.
Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Mike, 58, right there. You run.
On first down, Wallace. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Jordan Thomas, the one he was looking for, and it's third down.
9 yards to go.
Set. 19.
Watch by 4. Hey, watch the screen.
I can afford.
From the gun, here's Watson. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 37.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their body.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ben Banagoo in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
50.
19. 58,
right there.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Third and long. It's Watson. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Here we go.
Partner doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. he should be warmed up. He should be into the game. But sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? But a long one, and he can't connect. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. They'll come out throwing here on first down. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position?
Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, an 80-yard touchdown, and the Texans have taken the lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Flushed out right. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. Rolling to his right. Throw right side complete to Carter. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And he fires one that's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch the boot. 55 mark, 55. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They're going to look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Texans will burn the First of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's get off the field, D.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man is Higgins. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little. A little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Mack. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Set, hut. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, watch the leg.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 19.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Indianapolis.
The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. 1st and 10 at the 19. Here's Marlon Mack. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our route. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
On 2nd down, it's Mack. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Wild Bill. Check 37. Check 31, check 31.
Looking to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you had periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the 50, it's Watson. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Colts 46-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson, he's got Fuller. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson, and an alley to run. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st down, it's Watson. Going for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying.
It got his man complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
First down, Colts.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
58, boy, 58 to Mike. Hey, they're scared. 58 to Mike, 58.
He'll look to throw. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And the Colts first down.
58 to
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
25-yard line.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. That's fielded in the end zone. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They run again with Hines. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards to pick up, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
to throw now on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. This to Hines on the drop-off. It'll be a gain of 4, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Come on. 58, boys, 58, Mike. And close up. Get that ball.
Back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Colts pick it up. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And he takes it in for a Colts score. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will get them one closer. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game. And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the gun, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
They can't hang with us. Shine them up. Banjo.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They'll set up a throw. Campbell making the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now back to throw. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line.
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. 49's the Mike. 49's the Mike. Too little, Duck. Mike's 49. Mike's 50. Right here. 49's the Mike. Watch 49.
2nd and 3. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he's got room. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch in a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
49 the mic, watch long. Okay, double. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, watch the slant.
2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, but now it'll be 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
They'll look to throw here. And able to find Green. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Back to throw here. And that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
49.
They'll set up to throw. Throw right side complete to Carter. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Watch the eye.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Finding Green complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
You can't block me. You can't block me. To the car. To the car's down. He's coming.
Faking the give. Now Watson going deep for Hopkins. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans push further out in front. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
49, guys. Mike.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. J.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Colts on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll look to throw. Catch made here by Campbell. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll drop the throw. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Open man is Higgins. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And Watson's going to throw it here. It's complete to Hopkins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. It's complete. Stills. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Watch the slant.
Watson off play action. Flush to his right. And Stills bringing it in. And it's a fumble. And the Colts pick it up.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Texans, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.